on a mission to claim his ultimate prize.
Monday Night Raw last night on Netflix. So the show opens up with Jey Uso and CM Punk. Now, coming into this whole ordeal, I'm already knowing and already thinking Jey Uso ain't finna go back and forth with CM Punk on the microphone. Now, of course, we all can be in agreement with the fact of the long entrance and CM Punk restarting his entrance and all that malarkey and silliness. But my big takeaway, well, I guess you would say the biggest thing I was happy about last night, how Jey Uso cut the promo and got out as quick as possible, because Jey Uso does better promos with his brother. But I do think we could have had a better opening to Monday Night Raw. So which brings me to my idea of the better opening. So to me, an opening is always a part within the story or within the show, rather, that carries the show through. So whatever happens in the opening needs to carry on to something throughout the show. The biggest thing that I would say that they did tonight, like or dislike, I didn't like personally, was the whole Oscar ordeal or the whole women's tag team ordeals, what they were leading up to. Now, I would say that the night should have opened up with them praising Oscar. I mean, if you're going to give the woman her flowers, if you're going to tell us how good she is, then damn it, step into it and do it all the way. Otherwise, don't do it at all. But that could have been a great opening leading up to the finish or the mid of the card of the night. Then you had the whole Rusev and Penta. Now, why is Penta doing what he has been doing over the last several weeks? No one knows. It's whoever's guess now. Because as we all can be in agreement once again, just put Penta with his brother and we can just carry on with the tag team until that fateful day that they split up and go single. But for right now, I look at it, he needs to be with his brother. Because having him face Dominic come this Saturday for the IC championship and this whole triple threat ordeal is just a big failure waiting to happen. Because the only thing that Raw does do continually is this whole Judgment Day ordeal. And we all could be in agreement again that this must end soon. Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, JD, and everybody else in this wild group of the Judgment Day. To me right now, it's not doing anything for anybody. Finn Balor and JD McDonough are a well-oiled tag team, and that's fine. That gives them something to do until their fateful day. But you can have them go off and do their thing. The ladies, they can go off and do their thing within the tag team division. Because just keeping this going for so long as it has been going, enough is enough. With Dominic Mysterio, he can split, and if you must have him with a group, put him with the Vision. You know, with Paul Heyman them, that gives him a voice. It gives him two big guys behind him. And that will be a good look for the young man. Because right now, he's really hot with his in-ring work, I must say. So right now, Dominic Mysterio's in-ring work is very, very well. How he cowers as a heel, how he cheats and keeps getting away with it. It's booked very, very well to his doing or whoever is his team that is currently working with him. His promos can use some work because when he begins to talk, that realism of me believing him goes away. But his in-ring ability has got tremendous amount better. But I just think right now for him to steady be tied up with the Judgment Day isn't doing him any favors at all. Which also now brings me to the Vision and LA Knight in this whole situation, which was a interesting match. I thoroughly enjoyed it and laughed. And when Braun Breaker slipped up that top rope, I was worried. But it was a solid match. It had a phenomenal ending with the flip and the spear and that whole ordeal. That was really a nice spot, I believe. But I think that was more on the bone that they could have did. There is not any night where LA Knight shouldn't be talking on that microphone. The boy can talk. And on top of that, you got big back Bronson Reed on the outside, and the people are just wanting a tsunami. So why not have him hit the tsunami at the end of the match? Paul Heyman, Braun Breaker, they look over him like, what was that for? And he just shrugs his shoulders and say, and they walk off. It would have left more meat on the bone because, of course, it's not over between them. So why not give us something to carry on? Which brings me to our main event of the night, the Women's Tag Team Championships. That was, as a beginning, as I said, was in the wrong spot. Maybe the middle of the card is where it best was suited. Because being at the end with the way that it ended, it did nothing for anyone. And I think it really put a sour on a show that really wasn't that exciting going into, with the current situation of the WWE and what they have been giving us. To end the night on that note was kind of like and of course spawns a whole bunch of, everybody got a headache now because of Raw, and everybody's fed up with Raw, and everybody's just not really enjoying it. And it brings me to my last point and my last idea on this whole thing of Raw and the current situation that we are currently in with Raw and WWE in a whole, is at this point within 2025, what pro wrestling, speaking of WWE at this point, has given us and has shown us, there is no way, shape, or form that anyone on this planet that is watching should have went into Monday Night Raw this week with high hopes or high expectations of any sorts for this match. At this moment, we need to set our focus a little bit low on these shows, because they're not going to deliver what I think we want them to deliver, or what they even can deliver. Because just with switching certain things up within the show and within the format of who gets a little bit more push or a little bit more rub can make a tremendous amount different. But due to the circumstances, Raw is brought to you by everything.
The champion, the will to survive, is stopping nothing to keep his dream alive. Max and his crew, they think they're in control, but Smitty's got the fire burning in his soul. He'll wrestle, he'll fight, he'll give it all he's got. He's not just a doom, he's a warrior red hot. So come on and cheer for the underdog's rise. Smitty's on a mission to claim his ultimate prize.